Good take or deep reach.
We're back with another edition of Good Take or Deep Reach. Dan Riccio and Randip Janda. And now we look at the sophomore, Quinn Hughes with the Vancouver Canucks. He's put up a great amount of points, but the defense has taken a lot of criticism this year. Randip, do we need to be concerned about Quinn Hughes' defensive play?
Oh, Dan, this is a good take, and I know people in Vancouver aren't going to like to hear this, but the fact of the matter is, elite offensive talent. No question. When you're second on your team in scoring, when you're the leading scorer among defensemen, you're obviously elite. But the problem is, defensively, there's some problems there, and you can't debate that. You can't. He's given up, 25 goals against when he's on the ice 5-on-5. That ain't good. How bad is it? He's up there with Nikita Zaitsev and Mike Riley. Anytime you're in the same conversation as Ottawa defensemen, that's a bad thing. High danger chances against, he's hit 100. Nobody else is in triple digits. Quinn Hughes is in triple digits, and that's not a good thing either. So offensively, gifted, very good. Defensively, there are issues, and when he's on the ice, they give up the middle of the ice, the slot chances a lot more, and that's a problem. So you can be optimistic in how special of an offensive talent he has reached, but defensively, there's a lot of work to do for Quinn Hughes.
For once, Randip, you're not totally off base. Yes, of course, I can't sit here and tell you that Quinn Hughes has been the picture of perfect defense this season. He's absolutely not been that. It's not been a Picasso. It's been a lot less than that. But I will say, if you have to really look at it and look deeper at it, which I like to do, it's kind of splitting the Canucks into two different seasons, right? We look back at February 6th, the night that they got their handed to them in Toronto, and Braden Holtby stares down JT Miller. Well, the Canucks, while they haven't gotten a lot of results since then, their process has gotten a lot better, and the numbers back that all up. And who's it been led by? It's been led by Quinn Hughes. Since February 8th, Quinn Hughes is 2 goals to the good at 5-on-5. His Corsi numbers have been close to 60%. Even the high danger chances you speak of, he's been on the positive end of that since February 8th. So much like a lot of the Canucks, I split it into 2 seasons, and Quinn Hughes is over that first month, and he's back to being the Quinn Hughes we expect.
Well, here's the problem, Dan. In those 3 weeks you speak of, he's picked up 2 even straight points. That's not great. That's not good. So there's a lot of power play points that are being picked up, which is a good thing. You never apologize for that. But there are layers to his game that he has to figure out, and it's been better. But this year has been concerning from a defensive point of view. And a part of that reason is, who is his partner right now? You've got Travis Hamonic playing with him. Jordy Ben's played with him this year. But remember, they lost out on Chris Tanev. He left for Calgary, and that was Quinn Hughes' go-to guy. Every great defenseman, and I look back at Erik Karlsson back in Ottawa, when he was playing his best hockey, who was playing next to him? It was Mark Methot. Not exactly an all-star of a player, but a guy that just stabilized everything back there. And Erik Karlsson could do whatever he wanted, and he was an elite, probably the best player that we've seen from the defensive side of things in a very, very long time. Some would say ever.
Look, you're going to... Yeah,
but here's the problem, though. Quinn Hughes doesn't have that guy. Chris Tanev left, so he's trying to do too much right now, and that's exposing his defensive fragility. And it's been bad. So until they figure out who's playing next to him long term and really find that groove, this will probably be a very common thing for Quinn Hughes.
Randy, the fact that you are relating Quinn Hughes and comparing him to Erik Karlsson is the only argument I really need in this. It's, you're relating him to a generational type of defenseman.
Sure.
That's the type of offensive dynamo that Quinn Hughes can be, but he has to find the right partner. You are right on that. And Jordy Ben so far, it took them some time, but that really started to work. And now they've gone back to Hamonic now that he's back and healthy. I don't know if that's really the pairing I truly love with Quinn Hughes. It has been a bit of a working out process, finding that chemistry, but he has started to find it, and you've seen it bear out. And I'll say this too. I know you like to harp on goaltenders. Well, I'm going to be that guy this week. When you look at Quinn Hughes' numbers, and yes, even last year, the chances he would give up, Jacob Markstrom would be there to make the save. His on-ice save percentage, the Canucks' on-ice save percentage with Quinn Hughes on the ice has dropped over 3 points from last year. That's a huge part of his high number of goals against right now. And it's no coincidence that Thatcher Demko has started to play better. Heck, even Braden Holtby has started to play better, even though he's given up the bad, timely goal on a couple of occasions. That has really started to bear out with the entire Canucks roster, and it's starting to show why Quinn Hughes is coming out of it. He's going to need his goalies to bail him out once in a while. That's the type of defenseman he is. That's the risks you take with having an ultra-talented, an uber-talented defenseman like Quinn Hughes.
Okay, I got ripped by the goal union after our last Canucks video. It's going to be
Eddie Lack's not too happy with you.
No, you're going to be blaming the goalies this week. So good luck with that. But one thing to note on the partners, hey, after Erik Karlsson left Ottawa and after Mark Methot left Ottawa, they didn't have an easy time finding that partner. And even in San Jose, it hasn't been easy finding that next partner for Karlsson. So I know there's the assumption that Quinn Hughes, once he gets that partner, he'll be fine. It's not easy. Chris Tanev worked very well for him and has worked, historically, Chris Tanev's been that stabilizing force with whoever he's played. So they got to find that partner for Quinn Hughes. That's going to be important here.
Going to be huge to see how this develops through the second half of the season and moving forward for the Canucks, whose franchise cornerstones, Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes, are due for big contracts next off-season. Good take or deep reach? Quinn Hughes' defensive play, is it a concern? Let us know in the comments who you agree with and how you stack up this conversation. Like and subscribe as well. Until next week, this was Good Take or Deep Reach.